Good evening, fellow sim racers and friends of International Sim Drivers Association. Dear followers, good evening. It's time for the first time that we do this. It's time for the discount code Raffle following the GT3 winter season. We have a few drivers that entered this pool, and we will have one lucky winner to get the discount code for Sim Racing Pro. You might be wondering what is Sim Racing Pro. It's a high-end sim company that provides pedals for simulators. They have a pretty nice portfolio of products, so make sure to check them out at simracing-pro.com. Tonight, here in the com booth with me, although we're not commentating on a race, is Andrzej Kucharz, my fellow league director of ISDA. Andrzej, good evening.
Good evening, Mali.
Yep, I forgot to introduce myself, actually. My name is Slobodan Kostic, well known as Mali Bachi over here. So, Andrzej, you were here behind the scenes along with me all season long. And yes. How did you like this first season of 2022?
I liked it a lot. I liked it because we managed to keep our standards for all the races, which means commentated streams and live stewarding, and yeah, so we managed to provide it for all the races. So that's a good start for the year. And I also liked the composition of drivers. I think will be tooting my own horn a bit here, but I think we managed to separate the pro and M drivers quite well. So that's one of the things we got a bit right. And that's basically it.
So this season was a first season for many of drivers here at ISDA, but not only that, it was the first season of our lovely commentator Tim Lund, and as well, it was the first time that you covered the race director position. So how did you like that?
I was a bit stressed to begin with, but in the end it was quite okay because there were not many incidents. I was giving out one penalty, and I then immediately thought I should give out different penalty. But I guess that's the way race director would normally feel, is it not? Because you were the race director for all the other races.
Yeah, indeed. Sometimes you feel bad about giving a penalty. Sometimes you feel too good about giving a penalty, which is, well, I don't know which one is more dangerous, to be honest with you, but yeah, definitely. It doesn't look like a hard job, but in the end, if any driver is unhappy with the decision, if any driver is unhappy with the incident that occurred, it all comes down on you. So it's a very responsible position, let me say that. But yeah, I think that while you were my replacement, you did a very good job. You were a super sub of this this role, definitely.
Thank you.
So we had two championships. We had a Pro Championship and AM Championship, and also we had both drivers and teams championships. The Pro Championship was basically dominated by Pirate Racing Team. Consisted of Filip Borovec and Matej Mikšić. Filip Borovec actually won, I think, 6 out of 8 races. It was a truly dominant performance by him. And Matej Mikšić, I think, by coming fourth in this last race, he managed to snatch the second place in championship. So things were very much open throughout the 8 races we had. Wasn't it so dynamic?
Well, yeah. Apart from the first place, it was quite dynamic, and it basically came down to drivers not being able to show up for whatever reason. That's probably what costed Dakusa the third place in the Pro Championship. But yeah, it's when we look even at the M Championship, the positions were even tighter, even closer towards the end. But yeah, it was quite nice to watch them battle, and even the battle coming down to the final rounds of the final race.
Down to the line, yeah. And speaking of the Kuza, he's actually one of the entrants of this raffle, so maybe he will get lucky tonight. And yeah, it was nice to watch him in his Nissan GTR to drive around. And he had some great battles. He even finished twice on the podium, so very good performance on him. Moving on to M Championship, our victor is Marko Miljevic of Golem Project Racing. And quite surprising, it was a Mercedes AMG. He led Dejan Jokic and Mundek Vujek in the championship, and he actually won the championship by driving on the last round, so quite a nice late call for him.
Indeed.
And especially I'm very surprised that the BMWs didn't win any of the championship. Yeah, so our Pro Championship went to Porsche, and our M Championship went to Mercedes. But yeah, a lot of interest this season for the BMW M4, which came out, I think, just weeks before the season started. So it was a very good pick for a lot of drivers, very easy to drive, and very nicely balanced. Well, balanced is a hard thing to say. It was more like it had a very nice advantage. Yeah. So about the season, did you have any particular races that you like or that you disliked? I mean, we had 8 races. 5 of them were 1 hour sprints, and 3 of them were 2 hour endurances. For me, especially the back-to-back endurances were really painful. I didn't ask the drivers yet. I'm kind of afraid to ask them. But how did you like the whole calendar?
Well, since I'm not driving, I probably don't. I don't want to say this, but I don't care for the calendar that much when I'm not driving.
That's an honest opinion right there.
Yeah. But yeah, back-to-back 2 hour races could be too much. We still have to figure that out, ask the drivers around and so on. But for me, it was the last race. The last race was really nice. Although we had a lot of dropouts from the race, I was worried that drivers will not like it, that it will be boring for them. But there were a lot of fights and a lot of drama. And as I said, it was down to the last corner, even on the last lap.
Yeah, but a lot on Mikšić in last corner. That was epic.
Yes, it was for 3rd or 4th position.
It was for 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd position. Yeah, so basically, then Lexus snatching the podium there. Yeah, so that was my most favorite race, and it's
even though
probably
you were race director then.
Yeah, and it's even maybe because I still remember a lot from this race and not the previous ones, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a long season indeed. I, for example, liked the Barcelona race, where we had a really hot weather and hot track that basically ate all the tires. So drivers had to choose between one-stop strategy and two-stop strategy. And in the end, I think it was a slight margin towards one-stop, but then again, I think it was won by Borovets, who would probably win even with 3 stops. So it's hard to call whether it was him or the strategy, but yeah, it's something else that people tried, and I really, you notice this, I really am sometimes about the edgy stuff, and Yeah, I really like to watch that. So one of the important things that happened this season was that International Sim Drivers Association landed a partnership with Sim Racing Pro. This helped massively relieve the cost of upkeeping this league. As you might know, it's a very expensive thing to run. And yeah, we really liked how it was straightforward with the guys of SRP. We really like that they gave us this discount code for our drivers. So why don't we get over to the raffle?
Yes.
All right. So here goes. Lovely set of pedals right there. They really look high tech and high end. And I would be really glad that one of our drivers has a go with them. Maybe it will be one of these 4 guys that signed up for the raffle. We have checked that all of these 4 drivers have met the requirements to sign up. The requirement was that they finished 6 out of 8 races, and everyone finished at least 6 races right here. So yeah, without further ado, let's spin the wheel. Good luck to all.
Spin it.
And it's Ivo Miljevic who wins the Sim Racing Pro discount. Congratulations to Ivo.
So Ivo, I think it's the only M entry in this raffle from the M class from the season.
That is
he
correct.
managed to take 2 podiums in the Hungaroring race and the last Kyalami race. So that's really that's really nice. He could. So I hope that you will like the prize, and that you will use it so you can get promoted maybe to the pro class for the next season.
Oh yeah, hopefully. Well, good pedals really bring a lot of performance to you. I mean, I have this example. I recently upgraded my pedals, of course, not to those high-end ones like Sim Racing Pro, but some cheaper ones of another brand. But still, they gave me so much performance boost that I cannot quantify it. I cannot say it's because of the pedals, but if you look at my results when I use the lower quality pedals compared to these ones I'm using now, it's yeah, it's like apples and pears. So congratulations to Ivo. I hope that you will use it. For those of you who weren't the lucky winners, don't worry. We will organize this after the next championship ends. So the next championship starts in 2 weeks. Make sure to come up, make sure to drive, and at the end of the next championship, so that's about 2 months from now, we will have another raffle for you. Speaking of Ivo, I would say that he was a very clean racer, and he got 2 podiums towards the end of the season, so it was a very consistent performance of him. Not up there with the best of the best, but let's hope that these new pedals will bring him up.
100%.
Anything to add, Andre, before we close this raffle?
Probably not. Maybe only good luck out on the track. And as Melly said, we are starting a new season. So if you would like chance to win something like this, then come up to our dashboard, sign up, and let's go to the track.
Yep. In 2 weeks, we have an evaluation race. And on April 14, live on ISDA YouTube, we will have our next GT3 season. So head off to our dashboard, sign up for the next season. You will be able to take part in this raffle. And also check out Sim Racing Pro for their amazing pedals. They're really top class. Until then, it's time to go. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and see you on track.
Thank you everyone for watching, and see you.